Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Ultimate Review. In this episode, I'm going to give you the most in-depth and to the point, precise review of the boAt Xtend Smartwatch. But before we begin, if you do enjoy watching these videos and find these helpful, please smash the like button. It really means a lot to me. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And after watching this review and getting my verdict, if you still decide to pick up this watch for yourself, my only request is you kindly use the link of this product given in the description below to make your purchase. It won't cost you anything extra, but you guys, as always, will be helping me run this channel and I can produce more such high quality and helpful content just for you guys. Okay, so with that said, let's begin. Okay, so in the box, you get the user manual, the warranty card, the magnetic charging cable, and of course, the Xtend Smartwatch itself. Alright, now guys, there are many reviews of the Xtend Smartwatch out there already. They're very in-depth, you can have a look at them. But because time is very precious, especially when reviewing smartwatches, so I'm not going to waste your time and I'm going to keep this very compartmentalized. Let me just say that smartwatches, especially budget smartwatches such as this smartwatch and the ones I've reviewed on my channel before, very few offer something vastly different. They are essentially the same, they are identical, and there is only so much they can add at that budget. Maybe a few features here and there that they will claim to be the USP, but in general, you are not going to be finding something very, very special that is going to compel you to get this product. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you what is good about this smartwatch, what is bad about this smartwatch, and what is meh, something you can skip, and a few neutral points as well. Now the first good thing is the metal build. So the dial, the square dial, has got a metal casing. And this feels good, it feels cold to the touch, and it feels very robust. So watches, inevitably at some point of time, they are going to get brushed against something, a wall, the corner of a table, and they get bruised pretty bad. But because this is metal and it's a sport edition, so this is a rugged version, and it gives you a little peace of mind that even if you bump into a table or a wall, it can take that. Now even the clamps are metal and the quality of the strap is rather good. It feels sturdy and it's very comfortable on the wrist as well. Now whether your wrist is very thin or if it's thick, it's got enough holes for you to find the perfect fit. Now the second good thing is the touch sensitivity. Now I'm not saying this is like Apple Watch level touch sensitivity, but for a budget smartwatch, it is good. It doesn't fail to recognize your touches so long as you are confident with the touches, and it works well 9 out of 10 times. So the touch sensitivity is also something which was good. Now next up is the accuracy of the heart rate monitor. So whenever I do this test, I either compare it to my Apple Watch, which I always wear, or I compare it to a pulse oximeter, a medical grade one. And with both these tests, I found that the heart rate reading was accurate. So that is also something good. But take this with a grain of salt, because I'll come back to the heart rate monitor and these different readings that it can give you a little later in the bad part. But in general, when you're testing it on yourself or on a human subject, the accuracy of the heart rate monitor is good. Now next up is the blood oxygen saturation. Now the reading was more or less accurate. I compared it to a pulse oximeter which I have in my home, a medical grade 1, and the readings were more or less accurate. Maybe a difference of 2 or 3% at max, but most of the time they were almost identical. So while it is not the most accurate, it still can give you estimate of what your oxygen saturation is. Now, as I say with all of these readings, these are not medical grade ones. You should not absolutely depend on them. These are just estimates. If you ever feel under the weather, if you feel like your pressure is low, if you feel like your heart rate is abnormally elevated, or if it's low, you should not depend on these budget smartwatches to give you the most accurate reading. Now, the most important good thing is the fact that now finally, you have over 700 activities that you can track using this watch. This is something I've always complained when I've reviewed previous smartwatches from boAt, where I always found that it didn't have the workout I wanted. And it was specific to my case. Like, I'm into strength training and it didn't have that. So I would not be very confident wearing this watch to the gym or when I'm working out if I know it doesn't have a dedicated workout that can track it. But now with the Xtend Sport, when you pair it with the app, You can download many workouts, over 700, and you can just get lost in the number of workouts that are there. You can just download them to your watch, and then you can track the workout that you want to do. So this is a very good factor, and I would say this is the USP or the unique selling point of the Xtend Sport version. So I really appreciate that. Okay, so now let's get to what's bad about the Xtend Sport. Now, I just have one complaint here, and that is, while the reading of the heart rate monitor was accurate on me, a living, breathing human subject, it also strangely found a reading on my iPhone, the box it came in, and finally, for the grand finale, it even found a pulse for a biscuit. So I don't know what it's looking for, what it's finding. If there is any scientific explanation and some of you know that, please let me know, because I might not know, but it really takes away the confidence from a user, from my perspective, when I see that my smartwatch is taking a reading of a biscuit, of a box, of a phone. Not just heart rate, even the blood oxygen saturation was perfectly calculated, was read from the biscuit and the iPhone and the box it came in. So if it's finding readings for inanimate or dead objects, from a user's perspective, it absolutely takes away the credibility and the confidence. So how would I recommend this to someone else? How would I use it on myself? So that's kind of strange, and that is definitely something that is bad. But as I always say, and I'm going to say it again, these are just estimates. You cannot take these budget smartwatches so seriously, thinking it's going to give you the most accurate readings. So, well, this is just an example of how bad they can be when they get it wrong. Okay, so now let's get to the meh portion of the review. Stuff which you can overlook and there's nothing really good to say about it. And that is that this smartwatch, the Xtend Sport, offers nothing essentially new apart from the fact that you can download over 700 plus workouts. So that is the only unique thing. Apart from that, it is the same as any other watch that boAt has offered before. So the resolution, the screen resolution is okay. It's not the sharpest. It's not the brightest as well. So outdoor visibility was subpar. It should have been brighter, because if it's really, really bright, and if it's at noon, and if the sun is directly shining on the watch, chances are you're gonna have a tough time seeing what's on the watch. So it's not that bright. And also the interface. So it's not got anything refreshingly new. It's something you've been used to, and it's something that just looks boring and basic. So it offers no new utility, and you don't really feel excited to use it. The reason I mentioned the good, bad, and the meh is because if you are used to these smartwatches, if you've already owned previous smartwatches from boAt, there is nothing really new this offers apart from those 700 plus workouts. But if you're a new customer to this, you can definitely go for this or choose from their wide array of other smartwatches that they have, which essentially offer all the same things with minor differences here and there. But here's the bottom line. I personally never used a smartwatch before. It was in 2019 that I got my Apple Watch Series 5, and it is something I wear as soon as I wake up, and I take it off when I put it to charge before going to bed. The reason I wear this is because this watch, the Apple Watch, has compelled me to lead a healthier life. Like, if you own an Apple Watch, you would know that people get obsessed about closing the rings, and I'm guilty of the same. I have to close the exercise ring, the move ring, and the stand ring. So basically, this watch has gotten me to be more active. It's made me more considerate towards my health. I'm more active, I work out, and it's made my relationship with food and my lifestyle healthy. Now, you don't need an Apple Watch to do this. Obviously, it's going to do this far better, but even if you get this smartwatch, the boAt Xtend Sport, it can do the same thing so long as you are willing to put in the effort to lead a better life. Forget what the metrics say. But if looking at the metrics, if looking at the number of steps you've taken, if reaching your step goal or the calories you've burned, or if you can track your workouts, if that gives you the impetus to lead a better life where you're more fit, where you put in more exercise and look after yourself, that is a win for the company that is selling the product, And especially it is a win for you because it's going to do you a whole lot of good for the rest of your life. So keep that in mind. A smartwatch and a fitness tracker is going to be as smart and as fit as you want to be. So guys, that's been my review of the boAt Xtend Sport Smartwatch. I've left the link of this product in the description below, and I would really appreciate that if you do want to buy this, please use the links given there to make your purchase so that you can help me run this channel. And I hope you've enjoyed this review. If you have, please smash that like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And as always, I'll catch you guys very soon in the next one. Cheers.